So if we work problems in the wrong order, like I said, we're going to work them, we're going to get the wrong answer. Now, sometimes you can work them in the wrong order and still get the right answer. And that's a little bit confusing to people because some people think it doesn't matter. But the reason that they work, even though you worked them in the wrong order, is because sometimes they fall into the right order. So you work them from left to right and you get the right answer. But you need to really understand order of operations and follow it exactly, because the answer really will matter which order you do it in. So let's talk about this. I feel like most of this you're kind of familiar with, so we're not going to spend a huge amount of time on the definitions. We're going to really spend most of our time working. So this is inside your doodle notes. If you'll open it up, you see OOO stands for order of operations. That's just an abbreviation that I use frequently. Okay, and then your little definition, you need to frame it in blue. And it says, the order of operations tells us which things to do first so that we always get the same answer. Okay, so grab out your marker real quick, frame it in blue. This is our how-to. You need to frame it in red so you know these are the directions. How many people have seen this pyramid before? Not as many as usual. Okay. All right, so you've learned order of operations. I know that you have. You may or may not have learned it this way. You might have learned, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, different things like that. And all of that is fine, but I like this because there is one place that I even have adults sometimes who argue with me about it. But people get confused because if you use please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, you think you're going to do parentheses, exponents, multiplication, then division, addition, then subtraction. But that's not true. You do multiplication or division from left to right. So in other words, if division comes first, you're going to do it first. If multiplication comes first, you're going to do it first. Same thing with addition and subtraction. So that's one place where people get a little bit confused because they think it's always going to be multiplication before division. So frame this in red, and then we're going to keep talking in just a second. Okay, so order of operations, however you remember it is okay, but just know you're going to do parentheses, always parentheses first, exponents second, then multiplication or division. You're always going to work from left to right like you read. And then you're going to do addition and subtraction from left to right like you read. Okay? So let's go straight into an example. Now you may have learned several different ways to write this. But over the years I have found one way works better than all the other ways. So if you write yours differently, if you write yours differently and you can get it right, then I'm going to let you do it differently. But you have to show me all the steps. So in other words, you can't leave off the steps and just write an answer. That is not acceptable. Okay, you have to show me the steps. And your answer at the bottom, it tells you your answer should look like a what? A tornado. Okay, so it needs to be from bigger to smaller, and with your answer being at the very bottom. So this is the teacher example that's actually in your thing, so you don't need to copy this. Okay, so this is our first problem says 2 times 3 minus 4. So let's start with this. We'll start at the very top of our pyramid. What's the first thing we're looking for? Parentheses. Are there any?
No.
No. How about exponents? No. How about multiplication or division? Yes. So that's the first thing we're going to do is that multiplication problem. 2 times 3. Now, when you do it, cross it out. So in other words, we're going to cross out 2 times 3 because we just did that. What is 2 times 3?
6.
6. And then we're going to recopy everything we didn't cross out. That's the important part. So what we didn't cross out is minus 4. Do you see it? And now we just have 6 minus 4 left, so that's the only thing we can do. What is 6 minus 4? 2. And we're going to circle our answer. See how it looks like a tornado because it gets smaller at the bottom. Okay? All right, so let's work the first problem together. It's 36 divided by 18 plus 6. Do you see it in your on your doodle notes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to work it together. So let's start at the top. Do we have any parentheses?
No.
Do we have any exponents?
No.
Do we have multiplication or division?
Yes.
Yes. So we have a division problem. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. remember what I just said. Please cross through it after you use it. So 36 divided by 18. That's the first thing we're going to do. What is 36 divided by 18? 2. And then recopy everything you didn't use. This is the key to getting them right, is recopying what you didn't use. Because here's what happens. People think they know what comes next, and they often make a mistake if they don't copy it. So I'm going to be very, very picky about that. I want you to copy it every time. All right, so we just have 2 plus 6 left, and what is that?
8.
8. Circle it. All right, so do we have parentheses?
No.
Exponents?
No.
But we have multiplication, right?
Yes.
Okay, and which multiplication are we going to do first? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Left.
The left, right? Because we're working from left to right. So we're going to do 3 times 5 first, so cross it out. 3 times 5.
15.
That's 15, and then recopy everything you didn't use. Minus 2 times 4. What are we going to do next? Good. We're not going to subtract first. We're going to multiply, right? Because order of operations says to do our multiplication and division first. So our next step is 2 times 4. Cross it out. What is 2 times 4?
8.
8. And then recopy everything you didn't use, which is 15 minus. Okay? What is 15 minus 8?
7.
7. That's our final answer. Okay? Now, trust me, your work needs to look like this. If it doesn't look like this, I will not accept it. I am very, very picky about this. So if you think you're just going to write down answers, it's not going to be okay. Because when you get to harder problems in other grades, you may think the ones we're doing now are easy. But when we get to harder ones, you won't be able to do them. So you've got to show me this work, okay? Every time. All right, let's go to the next example. Okay, number 3. 7 plus 24 divided by 6 times 2. So do we have any parentheses?
Yes.
Let's do that first. So what is 6 times 2? 12. So cross it out and write 12 underneath it. And then recopy everything you didn't use. 7 plus 24 divided by 12. Okay, that recopying, like I said, that's the key to getting it right. So what are we going to do next? We don't have any more parentheses or exponents, but we do have division. So we're going to divide 24 divided by 12, and we get what? 2. Okay, so cross out 24 divided by 12, put a 2, and then recopy the part you didn't use, which is 7 plus. 7 plus 2 is?
9.
That's our final answer. Okay. Let's do the next one together. Do we have any parentheses? No parentheses. Do we have any exponents? No. Do we have multiplication and division?
Yes.
Yes. Which do we do first? Divide or multiply?
Divide.
Good. Okay, now some of you are still probably thinking multiply, even though I heard all divides. But remember, we multiply and divide from left to right. So we go across, 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 across. Divide comes first, then multiply, okay? So you may have had somebody before who told you to always multiply first, but that is incorrect. We're going to go across and start with whatever comes first, and that's dividing. So let's start with 24 divided by 6. What is that?
4.
4. Cross it out, write 4 below it, then recopy everything you didn't use. So 7 plus 4 times 2. Okay, now what are we going to do next? Multiply, right? Because 4 times 2 is our next thing. Because adding comes at the end. So cross out 4 times 2. That's 8. Copy down the 7 plus in front of it. What is 7 plus 8?
15.
15. Very good. Circle it. I want you to try to work number 5 without my help. I'll give you a hint, though. Where are you going to start? Inside the parentheses. Okay? See if you can work that one, and we'll work it together in just a second. All right, so I'm going to work it out, and you can kind of help me along here. So we just talked about the first thing to do is the parentheses. 15 divided by 5. What is 15 divided by 5? 3. Then recopy everything. 62 minus 4 times 3. What's next?
4 times 3.
Good. 4 times 3. That's 12. Then we have 62 minus 12. What's that?
50.
Very good. Raise your hand if you got 50. Great work. Okay? How about the last one? Let's talk about the last one before you start it. So we have parentheses, and we know to do parentheses first. But there are two things inside of the parentheses. What do you think we should do with those, Sierra?
Do the division first.
Tell me why you think we should do the division first.
Because even though after the parentheses is division, then addition, so if you go in order, it has to be division before you do division.
Great answer. Because inside of parentheses, we're still following order of operations. So if this had 5 things inside of here, we would follow order of operations just like we would otherwise. So let's do this one real quickly together. So our first step is to do 28 divided by 7, right? That's 4. Now, be very careful. Recopy everything. Keep the parentheses just like that. Okay?
On my paper, there's no 4. Yeah, it's not an X. Yeah, it's not a 2.
All right, hold on one second. What's our next thing to do? You can say it. Good. Still inside the parentheses. So now we're going to add 4 plus 1. We'll get 5. Recopy. Okay, next. The exponent. So we're going to do 4 squared. What is that? Which is? 16. Recopy everything else. Next we're going to do?
Multiplication.
Good. 5 times 5. Multiplication comes next. 25 minus 16. And anybody know what 25 minus 16 is? You can say it.
9.
Very good. Our answer is 9.